Hello, everyone. Um, it's a couple minutes after midnight, my time, Eastern Standard Time, but I wanted to do some kind of a brief live stream, so I don't know how long I'll be on because, like I said, I'm, dead dog tired. It's been a long day, and tomorrow is going to be kind of busy too because there's a lot going on. Me, Normia, and Christy are all going to the Mind Body Spirit event in Sharonville, Ohio this weekend. Saturday and Sunday. We get to stay at a hotel. We're going to be there for both days, which we're very happy about because that's something we've never to do before. And this will be our friend Christy's first time going, so that's kind of cool too. Um, there's a lot been going on. Where do I start? Get my skull cap situated here. Ow. And hopefully not pull my hair too bad, even though it's a tangled mess, and get my earrings snagged in some sort of painful way. But I'm finally going kind of gypsy, but I won't be able to wear it this way for long because it's already hurting my hair from me wearing it all day. Have gotten a $50 box from Enchanted since I was last on here. This is one of the things I got this time. Wrong way, Janet. It's Capricorn herbal tea. It's Earl Grey black tea. I had a cup of it today or yesterday now. It was really good. This is a lavender and sage smudge spray that I've been kind of spritzing about the house here and there today. Got me some cute hair extensions here, but because I don't know how to do hair extensions, I've just been kind of playing around with clipping small sections, like a strand on each side, clipping it into the bandana and stuff with my flower rose clips here. So I wish I had a friend that was close by that knew how to do hair extensions that could come and use all mine that I have to do me a nice set. This is some cool nails I got recently from Temu, which sadly I don't know how much longer I'm going to have them because the phone app, apparently they have some not so cool stuff that they do to people, and it's stuff that they rope you into. Like, this top that I'm wearing is really cool. I love the top. The material's comfortable and everything. And yeah, the sleeves are supposed to be like this. So this is exactly the way the top's supposed to look. And the bandana, I've got some new jewelry, but I'm only wearing one of the pieces right now, which is this one. And this pinky one, this triple goddess, this green faw diamond and emerald. I got me a pentacle bracelet here and some dangly pentacle earrings, crystal in a cage. This is a chakra heart tree and a well-being chalice with this on it. This is a double goddess bast. And yeah, so, and plus, what did I do with that? Where did I put that? Did I put that back on? Wait a second. Oh no, where did I put it? Oh man, if I lose that, I will cry. Where did it go? I had a, oh, clipped it back on my top. Here I am being silly and freaking out. This is a roach clip that I got a while back because, it's got the purple gems in it and it's got a masquerade ball kind of mask. And oddly enough, I've always wanted to go to a masquerade ball, but haven't made it yet. Let's see, what else did I get from this last second box? Oh yeah, I got to show off my Sea Witch protection. This Sea Witch protection potion or magic bottle, potion bottle, was done by Lori Cabot's daughter Penny herself, and it's got her name right on it. If you look, see, it says at Penny Cabot, and it says Sea Witch protection, shake to activate. So I have one of Penny's. It's got some like shells in there and some glitter and probably some herbs, and I love the top of it. It's gold wax. She did a pentacle, and yes, it is an upright one. There's a little broom in here and stuff. I love it. I love it a lot. And it's like, hey, you can never use enough protection nowadays. Not that I'm suddenly being paranoid or losing faith in the God and Goddess, because that simply isn't true. I know I'm protected. But it does give you a degree of comfort when you have something like that has been constructed by such an iconic, powerful, historical, awesome witch as Lori Cabot and her daughter Penny. Went to a spiritual group tonight that I haven't been to in years at the First Christian Spiritualist Temple down on, it's next to the Grant Hospital, but only a certain section of it. You have to know what you're looking for to find it, but it's a really old church. It's been around since, I've heard, as early as 1901. Every Wednesday night at 6:30, they have a spiritual group there. They do readings, they do healings, they do prayer. They kind of have a somewhat Bible discussion a little bit. And it's very peaceful there, and the place is beautiful. And once a month, the first Saturday of every month, they have a something called a spiritual forum. I was checking on one of my fish and make sure it was okay. First Saturday of every month, they have a spiritual forum, or what I like to call a psychic fair. And I found out quite recently that they were still doing them, and I found out they were doing the Wednesday night group at 6:30. So me and Normia went. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. It was her first time going to it, and I hadn't been there in years. The last time I was there was back in the 90s. So all new faces tonight. I didn't know a single person in the room, but it was still just as nice. And I told them I knew Carol and Nancy both, and that I went so far back when Nancy was still very much alive and she was still doing the preaching. But at least I know that Carol is still there. And I am clergy myself, so when I can get over there sometime when Carol's there, maybe spiritual forum next month, because I already missed the one for this month. Next month, me, Normia, and hopefully Christy will be able to go to that. It depends on, I'm hoping they'll have it. Yeah, it'll be a weekend, so I'll tell Christy, make sure she clears her calendar, because I want her to go to that. And my mom, so it'll be me, Normia, Christy. And I don't know if Chris would be so bold and brave as to want to go, but if he does, he's welcome to. He doesn't have to go in, he could take a book and read it or something. But I would rather him stay home if he don't want to participate in it, because I feel like if he's sitting out in the car reading a book or something, and I don't want to feel pressured to not stay there as long as I want, even though since I'm going to have my mother there, I'll be lucky to stay there an hour or two, and she's going to want to leave because it's from 10 to 4. So I'd really like to stay for the whole thing, but I'll be lucky, like I said, if Mom lets me stay there for an hour or two, and then she'll be wanting to leave. and go back home. So tomorrow, got to get gas for the car, finish packing. We got a hotel room booked already in Sharonville. I'm hoping that it's really close to the convention center, that we can walk to it. That would be awesome, because then we could just stay parked in the parking lot of the hotel and just, take a bag with us to be our shopping bag, and, tell ourselves, now we're here for both days, so we don't have any reason to have any more than absolutely necessary. That means one bag, then that's one bag. Because what I would probably do, rather than take my full-size purse, I will clean out this little guy, and this will be my purse, and it will only have my money in it. Nothing else, just my money and my keys, of course, so we can get, back into the hotel and everything. But it would be so nice if it's like literally right across, like right, really close right there where the convention center is. But anyway, needless to say, whatever the case may be, the room is booked. We just got to go in Saturday. And as soon as we go in, that's when Maria will swipe her card. It'll take out the money for the 2 days. And it's like these rooms. I can't wait. I saw pictures. I was able to bring up on my phone that they're 1 bedroom, like studio apartment style rooms. Like you literally have a full kitchenette in each room. I'm like, wow. And they're only like $63 a night. I mean, damn, that's awesome to us poor folk right now, that can't afford like 160 or plus, dollars a night, depending on the hotel and depending on what city and state you're in and so on and so forth. I knew these rooms were going to go fast. I told Alicia about it. I called her, I texted her. I didn't hear back either way. So I'm guessing she's too busy and it's getting too close now. I'm hoping that, I'll give her till Friday. And if she don't get a hold of me by then, I'll make one more attempt to text her and call her and see if she wants to at least try to come up Saturday, pay and just come in, stay a couple hours if that's all she can do. And, if we know she's coming, then she can tell us when she's there, and then we'll come and find her, and then we can walk around and, because I want us to stick together, because this place is really big and I don't want one of us to come up missing. Meaning we get separated and then it's like, where's so-and-so or whatever. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. Christy, luckily we was able to get her room booked, and she was able to pay for her own room. So that was helpful, because Normia is paying for my room and hers, because we're sharing a room, but we asked for separate beds, and I hope they remembered that, because Normia doesn't feel comfortable. I gotta take this thing off. It's giving me a headache. She can't, when she sleeps in a bed, she has to sleep in the bed by herself. She's not comfortable sleeping in it with another girl or anything like that, even if it's somebody like me that's like a sister to her. And it's a phobia that she's developed from childhood, when she grew up sadly in a not so fun situation where she was forced to sleep in a room with a bunch of other girls, and it just made her really uncomfortable. So I can understand why, she says, no, I got to have my own bed. So, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to some opportunities to open up, be given a job related situation, or see what we got to do to volunteer at the big one there, because I'm sure that they probably really need the help there, because it is so big. Because when you got so many people in and out of there for 2 days, it's like there's going to be times when you got to get up and use the bathroom. There's going to be times when you need to get up and get something to eat, just, take a break, move around a little bit, go outside. It's not too cold, go out on the patio and sit at one of the tables like me and Normia did last time we went. And I also found out the other 2 times they're going to be here this year, and it's going to be September. They're going to be at the fairgrounds, and November. So I'm hoping that we'll definitely be able to go to the one in September, because at least it'll be the warmest time of year. I'd rather go to the September one at the fairgrounds than the November one, which is cold month, and it's bad enough that the April one that we're going to in a couple days in Sharonville it's gonna be cold, and we've already had some cold around here. We've had some nice days. We've had some nice days too, though. I decided to do this one subs only this time because this one's more like a personal kind of thing, So hopefully, at least now I know how to use my phone to be able to do the video footage, and I will see just how long it'll run on a full charge. And when it starts dying, then that's when I'll plug it in and charge it. So like, I'm going to have to get my chain, my cord that my phone snaps onto, and I'm literally going to have to carry it around my neck. And that I'm not looking forward to, because it's going to hurt my neck because of the weight of it, especially when I'm recording, because, my hand's going to get tired. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to walk around holding my phone up, my arm's going to get tired, and, I may have to pause it or something for a few minutes and give my arms a rest, and then, do it for a few more minutes. But that way I don't have to worry about the burden of taking my 2-in-1 here and then having to take the power cord and having to take the mouse and having to take the mouse pad, because those are all items that add weight. And, I'm going to be using all 3 pieces of my luggage. And since we're only going to be there for 2 days, Normia is going to, we've helped her to understand that 2 days worth of clothing she'll be able to get in her big suitcase, no problem. Because it's not like we're going and staying for a week. We're just going to be up there for Saturday and Sunday. So the plan is, as soon as we get in, we'll check in, we'll drop off our luggage in our room, do like a once over in the bathroom, freshen up any makeup that needs it, which I'm the only one that'll be wearing makeup. So, maybe brush my hair real quick and, decide, okay, do I like my look? Do I need to freshen anything? Maybe spritz myself with some Capricorn oil or something, or, maybe even take my poison perfume so that I can squirt that on myself. Which, speaking of, I need to get some money to get me another bottle of poison, because mine's almost gone. And this is subs only, so you guys can't get creeped out or anything about me digging my head, because it's just something I do. But believe it or not, I'm not doing it for the reason people think. I'm doing it to break up the dandruff that's stuck to the scalp. But because I can't afford $30 plus for a bottle of specialized shampoo, that you have to know a serious amount about your hair and its texture, and is it oily hair, is it straight, is it curly, is it all these things, and then you find out that, okay, this is the shampoo. They literally tailor this shampoo to your hair. And what I would like to start doing is I would like to start treating myself once in a while to a beauty salon thing, where I go in and have a deep conditioning done on my scalp or something, or, get a foot bath done. I've already got some detox foot patches on my wish list on Amazon, so I'm going to get those as soon as I can. and start wearing them, because I know that's a lot of what's bringing me down and making me so sluggish a lot of times, is because there's just so many toxins in my system. It's like I'm walking around half asleep on, half a tank of energy or less. And when it's a busy day and you've got a lot going on and a lot you're trying to get done, you can't be walking around like a zombie that can barely function and hold their eyes open and drive safely and sensibly to whatever destination they're driving to, especially when they have other people in the car. So that's another thing we got to figure out. Okay, how much luggage are we all taking? Because if I'm going to have 3 pieces of luggage, I'm going to try to cram all 3 of mine in the trunk, because we might not have any choice. Because Normia is going to be bringing hers, and I don't know what size bags Christy's going to be bringing. But, we got to make it work with, the room that we have. Even if it means possibly unloading some stuff out of the car. Like, even if it's no more than the card table. Just take the card table out, put it in Maria's place, put it in the bedroom, lean it up against the wall so the cats can't get to it. And then that would free up all that space. And then we should be able to fit all the luggage in there if we want that way. Christy can be comfortable in the back seat. I know Normia, she'll be comfortable up front with me because she'll be in the passenger seat, and all she has to do is sit there. I'm doing all the work, driving and getting us there and everything. So my point being, once we get there, I won't be able to do it during the drive down, because I have to focus on the drive down, unless I could successfully plug my phone into the charger and then plug it into the little holder that we have inside the windshield now, that you can set your phone in, and it'll hold it like when you're GPS in it. But I'm not going to be able to videotape the car ride and GPS trying to get us there to Sharonville. GPS getting us there to Sharonville is more important than the car ride up. However, on the car ride back, which will be Monday, probably sometime in the morning around 11 o'clock, or, I'm hoping checkout will be even as late as noon. Then I might be able to, video record that on my phone. And if I do, I will load it onto my 2-in-1, if not on my big computer. So that way I'll have it, and then I can erase it off my phone so it won't take up room, or leave it on there for a while so I can share it with other people until I start using up all the room. And then I would go back through and I would get rid of some of the videos, some of the older ones. And each time, of course, make sure that a copy of that video is the latest video, whatever it is in my laptop. So, Brooke hasn't talked to me in a while, and I'm really concerned and hope she's okay, and hope she's getting through whatever she's going through right now. I try to light candles for her and the boys often, and send out a little prayer and some love to ask that they find the strength to get through this tough time right now, or whatever it is they're going through. My son Michael hasn't bothered calling, and we don't have any money to put on his phone. And even though I have a way to communicate with him on my phone now, the way Chris does, where you can do video visits and stuff, I never put any money on the account when I get my check. So I owe it to Michael and myself to do that with my next check, and have, Chris walk me through it if I can't figure it out myself, which I will try to figure it out myself. But if I can't, then I'll have him walk me through it a couple times until I get it and I can remember it, and then do it from then on by myself. And then once I can put some money on there, I'll get some stamps so I can start writing him a little bit and do like little videograms. And he said like you can do videograms now that are like really, really super cheap and stuff like that. And I hate that it's run by GTL because I just don't like the way they do things. Never have, never will. And it has been determined by Michael and Chris, and I have to say and see the sense in it. It's just, I'm not looking forward to going through it again. So one of these days here soon, I need to make myself do it, and that's fill out the paperwork again to get myself back on Michael's visitors list and choose one last name to go by. And as much as I want to go by the name Mabius, because that's my son's last name, and I hate the name Feinstein, but I choose to keep it for my daughter's sake, I'm just going to go with Feinstein. It's going to save a whole lot of headache and a whole lot of time. And hopefully once that's done and I can get confirmation that it's done and also get confirmation on the phone from the proper authority there at Marion Correctional that yes, I can start coming up and having face-to-face visits with him again, then I will set one up during a month when I have my check. Like, so it'll literally have to be on a payday when I have my check if possible. And then I will like give myself a budget of how much to put on the card when I walk in the door. So that we have, money to eat and drink on, which is part of the protocol. And next time that I do go for a face-to-face, as much as Michael would probably like it if I could get some other people to go with me, I might just be selfish and go myself. And not to hurt anyone, but to say, you know what, Michael, I need this for me, and you know how difficult it is for me to get up here. And the next time I come up, I promise I will try to bring somebody with me. I don't know who. If I can get a hold of Alicia, I'll try to bring her with me. If I can talk Grandma into it, I'll bring her. If I can, get Grandpa up here somehow, then I'll bring him. So, let's see what else is going on. Trying to think. Hello, Kalika. What else has been going on? Some of the messages that came through for me tonight, which I greatly appreciate. When me and Normia went to the spiritual group at 6:30, was taking time for myself, healing myself, and setting boundaries. So I got a lot of homework ahead of me, and I also want to get a dummies book on writing and teaching myself writing skills in the sense of like an author would need to have, so I can finally start, one of my first spiritually based books that I have taken far too long to start, yet let alone complete. I've tried several times throughout my years, throughout the past. I have written several stories. Some of them I got several hundred pages done. But then things happened. I got distracted. I lost focus. Ran out of things to write about, maybe. Writer's block, I think they call it. I want our house. We still don't have it. And I'm really disheartened and given up that we ever will. And that's why me and Normia are all ready to pack up and move to Salem and take our chances, The only bad part is we would only be able to rent right now. We wouldn't be able to buy. And I can't even begin to fathom what it would cost to buy a single property in Salem. But renting there would be a start. And at least it's something that we could do like right now. Because me and Chris would at least get the same amount together. As far as SSI, which is $2,829 a piece. So if you do the math in your head, that's over $4,000 that we would have a month. So yeah, it would probably be a bit of a tight budget, and we don't know how much Maria would get. At least I don't, nor Mia. I even went out and bought a book that I may read on here sometime. But you guys know me well enough. You know that I don't usually get through an entire book. I get through a section of it, and then I just don't do it anymore because I can't make any commitments right now. I can't even begin to set up any kind of a schedule because I don't have my own office that I can go in, close the door, put on some nice meditative music, get myself in a good, positive, open, happy place, and really be able to improve my YouTube channel's content and have some better discussions, have some, prettier things to look at, even maybe create some of my own backdrops, just for fun. And, take joy in having my own little studio section of a room or my office that I would do my YouTube videos. And for the different Wiccan holidays, I would have a tapestry or banner behind me that would somehow to me symbolize that holiday. Just fun things like that. Put statuary up. I've got some cool hanging coffin shelves. I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to make a coffin shaped, because you could do it with press board pretty easily, and it probably wouldn't take that much, but you'd have to have some tools, power tools especially, to shape it like a coffin, to hang these shelves from. Because I've got 3 of them. I got a pink one, I got a purple one, and I got a black one. The black one's right next to me here. The pink one and the purple one's over on the altar. Another message that came in today that I remember, that I trust that I'm meant to say it again to remind myself the importance of it so that I will start doing it. Once the event is over that we're going to be going to in a couple of days, so sometime next week, no matter what the weather is outside, I'm just going to start. I'm going to take me a couple of pain pills, make sure I have some good food down me, maybe even have Maria come up and help me. I call her Normia because it's a combination of her name Norma and her name Maria that she prefers to be called. And it's a combination and a name that my brother made up for her. And I think it's really pretty. She loves it. I love it. And it's kind of my way of saying, bro, you're hurting me again, but I still love you. I forgive you. I can't be there for you right now the way you want, need, and expect me to be because I'm working on my own shit. There's too much going on, too much to try to explain. I don't want to play this, I don't want to, you're in a pattern, or, talk about it this way. Like, I'm in a pattern right now that is not healthy, that I'm trying to break out of. And that pattern is letting things go. And by letting them go, it means to truly let something go and forgive it, you don't bring it up again. Once you let it go, you don't bring it up again. Because if you bring it up, keep bringing it up, that's not letting it go. I'm so tired. Like I said, that's why I can't say how long I'm going to be on here. I have no idea. But just start getting rid of stuff, you know. Don't even worry about selling it at this point. As nice as that would be, it's just not in the cards. Just start sitting it out to the trash. Fit as much of it in the dumpster as I can. Stop worrying so much about having room down in the basement, or in this case, not having room down in the basement to put stuff that I want to keep. Because if I just start getting rid of the stuff that don't need to be kept, then I'll have room. I can make room downstairs for the stuff that I do want to keep, but still be able to get it out of the way by just sitting it down there in that one room, taking a piece of notebook paper, putting a sign on it, along with some magic symbols that signify protection, and so that nobody ever touches any of it or goes through it or anything like that. And I don't have to worry about putting a door on that room, because I don't want just anybody being able to walk in there and then start going through my stuff. And I hate thinking that anybody in this building would ever do that, but it's happened here before, and it was when a certain neighbor lived here, and he had some nephews that did it. And, like there was like a $5,000 poster that walked out the door or something that one of the residents here in the building had, and they had a meltdown when they found out that poster was gone, because that's a lot of money. And if I was them, I would be angry too. And I can relate how that resident felt, because I have so many holiday decorations that I can't put up in my own home because it's too much of a clutter bug. It's too much of a cluttered mess that I could never I don't have room to work on really any creative, like hobby craft projects and stuff, because that would be money makers. However, Witch Lab down on the West Side Bottoms on the corner of Yale and Broad did say the last time I was down there, which was quite recently, that they would be willing to co-sign my resin pieces and for me to put some pictures of some of them on their website, quote the prices that I'm asking for them. But I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to tell them that's not so much of an option for me. Can I just show you some of what I have, because I have some in the trunk? I tried to sell it in a yard sale recently, a couple years ago, and, it didn't work out. Nobody bought a single one, and I was crushed. But this is some of what I need to sell so that I can get the money to, maybe like start putting some money away towards getting me a little building somewhere that I can get for cheap rent, and turn it into a little hobby craft store place that I can do these things and sell them. But they're willing to co-sign. So I want to be able to show them the product, ask them what they think, see what they seem to think will be the favorites. Hopefully all of them will, and see what people tend to gravitate more towards. But the deformed stuff, because that was just when I was starting out, like some of the spherically round Zodiac jewelry boxes that I have molds for with the resin, for the resin stuff, are not perfectly round. They're not perfectly spherical like they're supposed to be, because the molds came disfigured, and I never put them in like hot water and let them sit in there for a few seconds or a few minutes. Take it out, let it dry, put like a piece of super thin cardboard in there to make it perfectly round, to let it cool down that way for a couple of days, then take the piece out, and then hopefully it would have that perfectly round shape again. However, I did buy 2 of those same molds that were perfectly spherically round. But I don't know if they still are, because I have just random boxes around here that I've put my craft stuff in. But I would like to be able to get a building to not only house my craft stuff that I could pay for, that I wouldn't have to worry about somebody breaking in and stealing me blind, but a place that I could go to get away by myself during the times when I need my solitude, and be able to do some hobbycraft fun stuff when I have my me time, and be able to sell it. Because I could definitely use the extra money. And I've already told Witch Lab, I said the best way I would prefer to get paid is cash under the table, if you can, or pay me with product, because at least it's something. And, if you give me cash, I would just spend it here anyway. So what's the difference giving me cash or product? I would rather the cash for sure. But, I'm saying this is like a viable backup option that I would be willing and whatever to accept. And yeah, that's okay. Just give me product for the amount you think we can get out of these items. But it's like, and if you guys want to keep all the whole, every one of these that I have, take them. I will take the stickers. I'll go in the back room. Just give me a little table and chair to sit at somewhere out of the way, so I'm not, disrupting any of the shoppers or anything, and I'll do them myself. I'll price them. You can tell me about what you would like to get out of them, and I can tell you about what I would like to get out of them. And I will definitely put back at least some of that money towards future products and towards, like I said, getting a building, trying to save back to get a building, to have somewhere to store it and have somewhere to work on this stuff. And that I could also take my yarn stuff there. I could take my diamond paintings there, which that's another thing I just thought of that I gotta try to remember, is I need to go through my diamond paintings again and either take some for Jim to do that are some of the ones that I started but never finished, or just give him some that I never got around to doing but meant to and wanted to. But he has no problem doing them, just having them to do. And then once he gets one done, he just gives it back to me. I've still got some diamond paintings that I haven't even... I've been meaning to get like some kind of a website set up, and still haven't, to sell the diamond paintings on, as well as my resin pieces. The best camera that I have right now is my little red camera that I forget even what kind of camera it is right now. I am so tired. A Vivitar, I think, of some kind or something. But anyway, it's a cute little camera. I've shown it on here before in other videos way back. So if you want to take the time to go back and find one, go for it. But I would take pictures with that camera, and then I would upload them to my laptop. But the 2-in-1 here, because it's a Chromebook, it can't handle things like a picture program or a place to store pictures, but my laptop can. And I need to start using my big laptop, because most of the time I use the little one for convenience. And this one's easier to manipulate. It's easier to carry. It's easier to, move around than my big laptop. So I think for now, guys, I'm going to sign off. I know this wasn't much, but I wanted to give some kind of a recap just to let you guys know some of what the most recent events have been that's been going on in my life. Vicky, I hope you and your family are doing okay, hon. Love you. Miss you. Happy Wiccan holidays that I've missed and any other special days I've missed that's like special to you and your family for whatever reason, birthdays and anniversaries and the like. Um, we will be thinking about you and wishing you could be there with us when we go to the event this weekend. But I'll have lots of footage that I'll be bringing back on my phone, and I will upload it to my laptop and hopefully try to find a way to get it to you sometime. Put it on a DVD or something. Have Chris burn a DVD of it for me, label it, and then mail it off to you and say, here you go, hun. Sorry you couldn't be there, but at least this way you kind of can. You know, you can look at it and pretend you were there with us. So love you guys. Blessed be. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support. I have 18 followers now. Yay! I wonder who the most recent one is. I still haven't figured out how to find that out. I just stumbled across one time and found a friend that I was very, very happy to see that she was a follower, but I haven't really heard from her, so I hope she's doing okay. Excuse me. But 18, hey, before I know it, it'll be 20. Cool. So, blessed be. Love you guys, and see you next time. Stay wild, Moonchild.